Alright, 1-0, and here we are against BBD. Who I assume is none other than Brian Brondwin. We'll say hello and good luck to him, to be polite. Brian Brondwin, StarCityGames superstar. His hand is decent. I kind of just auto kept it since it had 3 lands and 4 spells. Lead with a scry. Syncopate we actually don't want since we want to just hit land drops. Temple of Malady again. Not the best for us, but we will get a Thought Season. And looks like we're just taking Courser. Let's go ahead and take 2 since if he were to slip something through our net, that would be bad. Card on top. Another Wrath, not exactly what we're in the market for, but a land is good. The perfect, well, a decent one. It's a white source. He scries and puts on top. So we went top and still didn't cast anything. Alright, there's a good land. I think we'll actually put that on top in this spot, since we want another land, and the scry is good as well. Alright, Blood Baron. I think we're just gonna Wrath. Scry first. Last breath. No thank you. This does leave us open to getting any number of terrible things like Obsidat or Underworld Connections, but we could wait, but we're not going to. Alright, it's just another Blood Baron. Definitely don't want that. We shall take it. So we could rev now. think we're gonna wait and just wrath and dissolve. Jace, some nice redundancy. Golgari Charm. So we can counter that. I don't think we want to though. Our life total isn't that important until last bits. His Blood Baron is close to ultimating. Supreme again. And just leave up Dissolve. And a big rev here should seal the deal. I think we just allow that. It's a 5/5, but should be able to find an answer with all our card draw. There's a D-sphere to shrink it back down. Even though we know he has Abrupt Decay. Sure, let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. And take the downfall. Jace minus. Take the sphere. Sure. Zori's Charm works. Exiling our stuff. Snapcaster Mage isn't in the format. Leave our graveyard alone, big bully. Courser's fine. We'll just go ahead and deicide it. There's a Wrath. Just a Zori's Charm this turn, and then counter his connections. That is fine. Minus this bad boy. Get more D spheres. Get all the D. And that should close things out. Sure. Take that. Start milling him out. See his deck and speed things up. His best draw is probably like Odes of that here, but we should be fine with Rev. Alright. Obviously, if time wasn't a factor, we would have taken slightly more conservative lines, but should be perfectly fine. Rev for 9. Alright. Didn't actually draw an answer here. Let's do this. So he'll attack our Jace. We'll do a rev for some amount. Just let that happen since we can de-sphere it. Alright, he has conceded. Right when we were about to brick. Alright. So we're on the draw. Let's see. Let's try the no abrupt decay target plan again. Last breath gets the courser. So it's actually doing something. And Doomblade gets Pelucranos and Courser and all that good stuff. Main things to worry about are like letting Obsidat not resolve, or if it is, have Azorius Charm for it, and all the Underworld connections. So let's try this out. Alright, this hand is good enough. I think we'll actually bottom that, since we want some early game gas at the moment. And that for the same reason. Alright, connections has resolved. It's actually possible to beat the connections by going into the super late game and revving a bunch. So we could cycle this, but I think we want it for Obsidat. Let's drop our Jace. Take another Jace. See if he's gonna downfall it. Yep. Elspeth, looks like. We are not well suited for that. Let's go ahead and bottom that. +1 the Jace. Gonna see if we can't like resolve. That's gonna cause problems. Pretty screwed. Let's drop an Elspeth. I'll try and Wrath and then like Mutavault. Seems all our plans are getting thwarted. Sort of snowballs when they have a good start into connections and you have no way to deal with it. These games are usually decided pretty early on. Sin Collector probably takes our Wrath. I think we're pretty dead here, but see if we can't do something. I guess we should have attacked, although yeah, and that's enough to kill us. Could Zori's Charm and Rev for 2. I think that's still enough. Alright, that game didn't go according to plan. Let's try out this on the play. Basically try and get off to a fast start. and overwhelm his stuff. Let's try this out. Alright, 2 Thoughtseize is nice. I think I keep this and just hope to draw land. It's probably because Thoughtseize is pretty much the best card here. I think that's better chance of winning than mulliganing. I'll actually wait to Thoughtseize since it doesn't really matter if we get Thoughtseized. Alright, not the worst draw in the world, probably. Don't want connections resolving. Alright, another whiff. We still have time though, since he isn't doing anything. Nice blue Scryland off the top. And there it is. Do not want. He did put something on top, so that's what it was. Takes the rev. Do not want. I think we're just gonna wait, since if we de-sphere that and he abrupt decays it, it's really bad for us. Card on top. Just wait. Considering trading off Mutavault, but I think we can wait another turn. Gonna go for it. Since we have a game plan now of casting Dissolve. Into Elspeth, hopefully. So, we could land Jace, which leaves us open to Obsidat. I don't think we're getting a much better chance though. And if we do find Elspeth, we can deal with the Obsidat. And if it's something else, then that's fine as well. Brimaz. Vermez would deal with this pile is way too tempting though. We need the land. Unfortunately, cannot take that. Alright, that's not the worst thing that could happen. This very likely is, though. Yep. Have to hope that he doesn't attack. And he's not. So we've got a shot. Another downfall, we're going to need to find more revs. Off of our Jace. There is one. Alright, I think we'll just plus this. Let's see if he attacks here, or plays around Azorius Charm again. So playing around the Azorius Charm, which happens to be good for us right now, but we shall see in the long run. Discard a bunch of junk and keep revving is the plan until we find something. Since we really don't have a way to deal with the Obsidat, we need to beat it another way with Big Jace or Elspeth. Guess we're trying to ult Jace. Either that or we keep minusing and digging. Problem is, we don't actually have a way to deal with Obsidian if he ever attacks with it. Yet. I think we have one Azorius Charm in the deck. So we'll just keep digging. There is Big Jace. Actually, he gets to free attack. So let's pretend we have the Azorius Charm and not play it. Looks like he's considering. Mutavault, not the worst. We don't want to give away that we don't have the Azorius Charms. We think for a second before taking it. Even though we very badly want the Mutavault. It's called bluffing. Actually, we might want to lay our Pithy Needle on like Vraska or something. She will remain unseen. Connections is fine. Well, there's Vraska. So, I think we have to dissolve it and bluff the Azorius Charm, even though if he Abrupt Decays that, we are screwed. And he doesn't go for it. And there's Brumaz. Question is, are we dying to this Obsidat before we kill him? Looks like the answer is yes. So 16, we're at 4. And he's at 6, we're at 2, and then we die on his upkeep. And that's bad. So we do need to find another Rev. Or the Azorius Charm to gain life now. The key Azorius Charm. So we're going to have to do that on our last turn. Is dig for our last Rev. Our last Rev or the Azorius Charm. And as a added bonus, we're also very low on time. Alright, I also need to deal with this Underworld connections. Okay. Keep up the farce. And there it is, the best card in the deck. Had it. See if we get Golgari charmed and then he top decks something. Guess if he has Hero's Downfall, we're also in trouble. Alright. That was quite the gong show.